morning to all. Today we are going to continue our previous chapter, that is reproduction in plants and animals. The last class, previous class, we have studied about the structure of androecium. Okay, androecium, that is male reproductive part of the flower. Today we are going to see about the female part of the flower. Okay, female part is known as gynoecium. Gynoecium is born on carpels. Gynoecium is born on carpels. So when we are studying about the structure of gynoecium, it has three main parts, that is ovary, style and stigma. Ovary, style and stigma are the three important parts of gynoecium. Okay, so previous class I had told you, I had just drawn the diagram and I had explained about the structure of flower. Once again, just listen, I will show the parts. Okay, this is the green color part, is said to be the calyx. Okay, calyx. The green color part which is protecting the flower during the bud condition. Okay, that is calyx. Then the brightly colored portion of the flower, is known as corolla or petals. Corolla, and the single one is said to be petal. Okay. Then next one we have studied about androecium, that is anther. The yellow color portion which is found a cluster at the top of a tube-like structure, and that is known as the androecium or anther. A single one, when you are seeing a single one, it consists of two parts, anther and filament. So listen, this is anther. The yellow color part is the anther, and the stalk which is attached to this tube is known as filament. Okay, so this is the male part of the flower. The female part of the flower, that is, it consists of three parts, namely ovary, style and stigma. Gynoecium, we are going to study about gynoecium. Female part of the flower. Female part of the flower, it mainly consists of three parts: ovary, style and stigma. This is ovary, and the long slender portion is known as stigma, and the tip region is known as style. This is style, and this is stigma. Okay, these are the three main parts of the gynoecium or female part of the flower. So these three parts in a hibiscus flower. This is a hibiscus flower. We have completed the outer portion, that is carpel. Then next one, that is calyx, corolla, androecium. Gynoecium, it will be present just inside this tube-like structure. Gynoecium, that is practical portion for you for 10th standard. It is have to remove the gynoecium, that is female part of the plant. Okay, by using a needle, you have to separate the female part. So listen, here it is the gynoecium which is present inside the tube-like structure. It is present inside the staminal tube. You can say it as staminal tube. Okay. Here see, listen, this is the ovary. The white color portion is said to be the this is the gynoecium of a flower. So this portion is known as the ovary, style, and the tip is known as stigma. Okay, so this is the structure of gynoecium. Okay, so when you are taking if you are having hibiscus plant in your houses, you can try out this. Okay, there is ovary. This is an important portion for the practicals also. Okay, so ovary, style, the long slender portion is known as the style, and the tip region is known as the stigma. So this is about the external structure of gynoecium. Next one, the ovule. That is ovary encloses the ovule. Inside the ovary, you can see small ovules are present inside it. Okay, so this is about the structure of gynoecium. Once again, gynoecium is present in the carpel. it consists of mainly three parts: ovary, sac, and stigma. Ovary consists of ovules. It is ovary is the part in which the ovules are embedded. So this is about egg here. Next, we are going to study about the ovule, the structure of ovule. We are going to study about structure of ovule. Listen. So the ovule consists of it consists of a stalk called funiculus. The stalk of the ovule is funiculus, which is protected by covering called integument. Integument is the outermost covering of the ovule, which protects the embryo sac. Okay, so the stalk of the ovule is known as funiculus. The stalk. What is the function of the stalk? It attaches the ovule to the ovary wall. The ovule is attached to the ovary wall by means of a stalk called funiculus. The funiculus it consists of two. It is covered by the ovary is covered by two covering, that is protected by covering called integument, which leaves a small opening, called micropyle. It will not be covering entirely. It is not covering the ovule, but it leaves a small opening that is known as micropyle. Through which the seeds will be absorbing the water during the time of germination, etc. Okay, the micropyle is a small opening which is found in the ovule, which helps to absorb the water, that is to take the water during the time of germination, and also oxygen is entering into the ovule through, that is embryo sac, through this micropyle. Okay, the next one, the main part of the ovule is the nucellus. The main part of the ovule is said to be nucellus. See the spelling, it is not nucleus, nucellus. Okay, nucellus, in which the embryo sac is embedded. The nucellus is the main part where the embryo of the plant is embedded inside it. Okay, then the region that is where the integument, nucellus, and funicle meet is said to be chalaza. Okay, these are the main parts of the ovule. So once again, listen, the stalk of the ovule is known as funicle. The ovule is covered by two integuments, outer covering called integuments. The integument leaves a small opening called micropyle. It's small, it's not entirely, it is not covering the ovule. It is just leaving a small space, and it is known as micropyle. The next one, it consists of main part of the ovule is the nucellus, which is in which the embryo sac is embedded. That embryo sac consists of three nucleus. Next, we are going to study about the structure of embryo sac. The embryo sac consists of the three cells. That is, three cells at the micropylar end, and it is known as egg apparatus. Okay, the cells which are formed towards the micropylar end is said to be egg apparatus. Among this, one is the egg, and other two are said to be synergids. Okay, here when you are seeing individually, you are seeing one is the egg, and the other two are said to be synergids. And the center two nuclei are said to be secondary nucleus. Okay, secondary nucleus. And the three cells which are present towards the chalaza end is known as antipodal cells. Okay, so this is about the structure of embryo sac. Once again, it consists of three nucleus at the towards the micropylar end. It consists of three cells, and one is known as egg, and the other two are said to be synergids. These both together forms the egg apparatus. Synergids and egg will form. It is together it is known as egg apparatus. The center two nuclei are present, and that is known as secondary nucleus. That is this the cells which are found towards the chalaza end is said to be antipodal cells. Okay, so is 7 cells but 8 nucleated. Okay, the embryo sac, the plant is 7 cells. 7 cells are present, but consists of 8 nuclei. Okay, 7 cells and 8 nucleated. What is that meaning? So here how many nucleus are present here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, present at the center, that is secondary nucleus, it consists of 2 nucleus. Okay, 2 nucleus. So it is 8 nucleated. 7 cell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, 7 cell. But it consists of the central cell consists of, that is secondary nucleus consists of 2 nucleus. So it is said to be 8 nucleated. So this is about the structure of nucleus. The next one, coordination. What is coordination? Okay. Next process which is involved in reproduction is pollination. What is pollination? The transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma of a flower is said to be pollination. Once again, what is the definition is the transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma of a flower is known as pollination. That is, pollen grains or transfer from anther to stigma of a flower is known as pollination. Okay. Then next one, what are the significance? What is the importance of that is pollination? First, without pollination, the reproduction, that is fertilization does not happen. So, okay, without this process, pollination process, the fertilization of the plant will not happen. That's the main thing. Then it is the main process which is involved in the formation of seeds of a plant. Okay, it is involved in the production of seeds. So these are the two importance of pollination. So without pollination, the fertilization will not take place, and also it is if the pollination doesn't happen, what happens is not the plant is not able to form the fruits and seeds. The next one, types of pollination. There are two types of pollination: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Self-pollination and cross-pollination. So what is self-pollination? If the anther is transferred to the stigma of the same flower. Okay, if the anther, that is pollen grains, are transferred from anther to the stigma of the same flower of the same plant, it is said to be self-pollination. Okay, is also known as autogeny. The self-pollination, another name is autogeny. Once again, self-pollination, if the pollen grains are transferred to the stigma of the same flower, is said to be self-pollination. It is also known as autogeny. The next one, what is cross-pollination? The other name is allogeny. If the pollens are transferred from anther to the stigma of another plant of the same species. Okay, it is transferred to another plant. The pollen grains are transferred to another flower of another plant of the same species. Okay, that is known as cross-pollination. Once again, it is also cross-pollination is also known as allogamy. Here, the pollen grains are transferred from anther to stigma of another flower of another plant of same species. That is known as cross-pollination. So these are the types of pollination. Next, we are going to study about the advantages and disadvantages of this self-pollination and cross-pollination. First one, self-pollination advantages. Self-pollination advantages. It happens only in bisexual flowers. Okay, the self-pollination takes place only in bisexual flowers. First point, takes place only in bisexual flowers. Second one, it does need not depend on agents for pollination. There is no the plants. There is there is no need of depending on agents. Okay, no need of depending on agents for pollination. First one, it happens only bisexual flowers. That takes place, self-pollination takes place in bisexual flowers. And second one, agents. We don't depend on agents for the process of pollination. Then what are the disadvantages? Disadvantages. First point, it produces. There is seeds which are produced by this self-pollination. It has only the weaker endosperm. Endosperm is not strong. Okay, so the plants which are produced will not be able to survive for more days. Okay, the endosperm is weaker, so that plant also will become weaker throughout the lifetime. Next. New varieties of plants cannot be produced. New varieties cannot be produced by means of self-pollination. So these are the two disadvantages of self-pollination. Once again, disadvantages. Endosperm. There is endosperm. What is endosperm is? Is the nourishing cells for the embryo. Okay, endosperm is the nourishing cells for the developing embryo. So if the endosperm is weak, the embryo will not be getting the sufficient food material, so that the plants which are formed from this seeds will not be able to they have a strong, it will be always be weaker. Okay. So endosperm is weaker. Then new varieties of plants are not produced by this self-pollination. So these are the advantages and disadvantages of self-pollination. Once again, advantages, it will happen only for bisexual flowers. It is certain in bisexual flowers. Then agents, it has to depend on agents for pollination. The next one, disadvantages, endosperm is weaker. Next, new varieties of plants cannot be produced. So these are the disadvantages and advantages of self-pollination. Next one, cross-pollination, advantages and disadvantages. Cross-pollination. First one, advantages. Okay, advantages. New varieties of plants can be produced. New varieties can be produced. New varieties can be produced. The plants which are produced by this cross-pollination are more strong and viable. Okay, seeds which are produced by this cross-pollination are more strong and viable. It can withstand any environmental changes. Okay, so these are the two advantages of cross-pollination. First one, new varieties can be produced by the cross-pollination. Then produces strong and viable plant seeds. Okay, the cross-pollinated flowers will be producing strong and viable seeds. The next one, disadvantages. Here it has to depend on agents. Okay, so if there is agent, the cross-pollination will only happen. Okay, so it depends on agents for pollination. There is a loss of pollen grains. If there is the pollen grains will be traveling from one place to another for the process of pollination. So there will be loss of wastage of pollen grains takes place. Okay, wastage of pollen grains will take place in this. Wastage of pollen grains takes place. So these are some of the disadvantages of cross-pollination. So once again, listen. Advantages. What are the advantages of cross-pollination? New varieties can be produced by this method. Then strong and viable seeds are produced by the process of cross-pollination. Disadvantages. It has to depend on the flowers has to depend on agents for pollination. Since the next point, since it has to travel from one place to another, there is wastage of pollen grains also takes place. So these are the some of the advantages and disadvantages of self-pollination and cross-pollination. Next one, agents of pollination. What are the agents of pollination? See one more disadvantage is there. That is, unwanted characters also will be transferred to the next generation. Unwanted characters, that is not useful characters will not be along with that. Unwanted characters also will be transferred to the next generation of plants. Okay, so that's also a disadvantages of cross pollination. So this is about disadvantages and disadvantages. Next one, pollination agents, pollinating agents. Okay. Next one is pollinating agents. The agents which help in pollination. The agents which help in pollination are said to be pollinating agents. It may be air, water, animals, insects, etc. These are all helping in pollination. So once again, the agents which help in pollination, which is helping in transfer of pollen grains from anther to stigma of a flower is known as pollinating agents. It may be biotic and abiotic. Biotic means living factors, living agents. Abiotic means non-living agents. Okay, first one we are going to study about the abiotic agents. Okay, what are coming under abiotic? Abiotic means non-living. Okay, abiotic non-living factors, that is water, air and water, air and water, air and water. Biotic factors means biotic factors. It includes animals, birds, insects, etc. Okay, so these are the biotic factors which are involved in pollination. So first one we are going to study about pollination by air. The term is anemophily. The pollination by air is said to be anemophily. Anemophily, that is pollination by wind or air. Okay, pollination by wind is said to be anemophily. Here the plants which are living in wind exposed areas are able to pollinate by this factor. Okay, the plants which are growing in that is free space, that is wind exposed areas, will be able to pollinate by means of wind. Then what about the pollen grains? They may be dry in nature and weightless. It should not contain weight. Okay, so it can be there is weight, it will not be able to carry from one place to another easily. Okay, so it is that is, we can say this light in nature. Light means weightless. Okay, so it can travel from one place to another place in a faster manner. So some of the plants used to that is pollen used to travel 1000 kilometers for pollination. Okay, so the plants, the pollen should always be very light in nature and also dry. It should be dry in nature so that it can easily carry the away by the wind. Example, grasses. Most of the grasses, bamboo, coconut. These are all some of the examples for plants which are pollinated by wind. Okay, so anemophily, the pollination. Anemophily means the pollination by means of wind is known as anemophily, and the plants are said to be anemophilous plants. Then these plants grow in wind exposed areas, that is free spaces where there is more wind is there, that areas this plant will be growing. Okay, then the wind. What about the pollen grains? Pollen grains are dry in nature. Dry pollens will be dry and light in nature. Dry and light, so that it can be carried away by the wind easily. Okay. Then it has some of the plants. They used to travel. The pollen grains used to travel about 1000 kilometers for pollination. So it should be. It is very, what we can say, by chance it is possible for fertilization. Okay, so it is a chance factor, pollination by wind. Example, most of the grasses used to pollinate by means of wind. Then even coconut tree. These are all some of the examples for plants that are pollinated by wind. Next one, pollination by water. Okay, hydrophily. Hydrophily by water. What is there is pollination by means of water. There is living plants which are living in aquatic factors, that is ponds, rivers, lake, etc. They used to pollinate by means of water. So many of the plants will not only a certain amount of plants will not be able to pollinate by water. Some of them are pollinated by insects or birds, etc. So the pollination that takes place by means of water is said to be hydrophily. Example, Vallisneria. Example, Vallisneria. The next one, entomophily. The pollination that takes place by means of insects are said to be entomophily. Entomophily. Here the flowers, that is, flower will be very attractive. In order to attract the insects, the flowers will be brightly colored, and it consists of nectar for attracting the insects. Since some of the pollen grains are used as food by some insects, so in order to by this method, the flowers will be attracting the insects towards it, and the pollination will take place. Okay, pollination by insects is known as entomophily. Insects, pollination by insects or said to be entomophily. The flowers also adapting to this type of pollination will be brightly colored. It will be having brightly colored corolla, and it will attract, so that it will be attracted by the insects, and also it produces more amount of nectar. Nectar secretion will be more, so that which is feed that is insects will feed on it, and so that the pollen grains will stick on to the body of this insect, and it will be carried to the next flower. Okay, that's how the pollination takes place in entomophilous flowers. The next one we are going to study about zoophily. What is zoophily? That is pollination by animals. Pollination by animals is known as zoophily. By animals. Okay, zoophily, pollination by animals. Here the animals visit the flowers for here also they used to, the animals such as squirrels, etc. They used to depend on flowers for getting the nectar. Okay, they used to take the nectar from this from the flowers, and through that it can be it will be transferring the pollen grains will stuck on the body of these animals, and it will be transferred to the next flower. Okay, that is known as zoophily. So these are all some of the agents of pollination. So once again listen, what is pollinating agents? The pollinating agents means the agents through which the pollination takes place is known as pollinating agents. It is of by different ways, whether it is by wind, by water, by animals, by insects, etc. So wind and water are said to be the abiotic factors that helps in pollination. For the first one, by wind, anemophily. It is said to be anemophily. The term is anemophily. By wind, pollination that takes place with the help of wind is known as anemophily. Example, most of the grasses, coconut, etc. they used to pollinate by means of wind. Here the pollen grains are very light and dry in nature, so that it can be easily carried away by the wind. So these are the nature of anemophilous flowers. Next one, hydrophily, pollination by water, by means of water. The plants which are living in water, they used to pollinate by means of this agent. That the pollen grains will be carried away by the water current, and it will reach the female, that is stigma of the next plant. Okay, example, Vallisneria. The next one, entomophily, pollination by insects is known as entomophily. The flowers are brightly colored and also produces nectar in order to attract the insects towards it. And this pollen grains, when the insects visit the flower, the pollen grains will stuck onto the body, and it will be transferred from one flower to the next flower. The next one, zoophily, pollination by animals is known as zoophily. Here the pollen grains or there is example squirrel is mostly animals when you are saying example is squirrel. Okay, squirrel. Here the pollen grains will stuck onto the very body of the squirrel, and it will be carried to the next flower. So this is all about the that is agents of pollination. Next one, process of fertilization. How the fertilization takes place. Fertilization. male and female gametes. The fusion of male and female gametes, and the process is known as fertilization. That process is known as fertilization. Fusion of male and female gamete is known as fertilization. So this is the definition for fertilization. The fusion, the process of fusion of male and female gamete is known as fertilization. So in plants, how the fertilization takes place? Let us see. So pollen grains, you know that pollens are the main gametes of flower. Pollen grains are the main gametes. What is the main gamete? Pollen grains. Okay. Pollen grains. And here the female gamete is the embryo sac which is present inside the ovule. Then first what happens? The events which are happening during the time of fertilization. Let us see the So this is the cainicium, female part of the flower, ovary, style and stigma. When the pollen, by the process of pollination, it reaches the suitable stigma. It is reaching the suitable stigma and it got seated over the stigma. Okay, the pollens will be reaching the stigma. So that's the first point. First, the pollen grains reaches the suitable stigma. After that, what happens? The pollen grains start to germinate. The pollen grains start to germinate by the formation of pollen tube. Forms the pollen tube. So already in the previous class we have seen that the pollen grains consist of two walls. Okay, outer extile and inner intile. This intile will grow and forms the pollen tube through the germ pore of the extile wall. The pollen in the inner wall of the pollen grain, that is intile, will grow and forms the pollen tube. That's how the germination of pollen takes place. Okay, so that have you understood how the pollen germination takes place? The pollen grains we have studied that consist of two walls, that is outer extile and inner intile. During the time of fertilization, the intile wall will grow through the germ pore which is present in the extile and it forms the pollen tube. This pollen tube will be growing and reaching the embryo sac. Okay, so this pollen tube grows through the stigma. The pollen tube grows through the stigma and reaches the embryo sac. The cells which are present, that is told that pollen grain consists of two cells, vegetative cell and generative cell. What happens to vegetative cell? It will degenerate. Generative cell, it alone divides the nucleus which is present in the nucleus, which is present in the generative cell. It divides into two, forming two male gametes. Two male gametes will be formed. Okay. By the division of generative cell. By the division of generative cell, this pollen grain consists of two cells, vegetative and generative cell. During the time of fertilization, the generative cell, the nucleus which is present in the generative cell, it will divide into two, forming male gametes. It forms the male gametes. Okay, this nucleus will divide into two and forms two male gametes or sperm. Male gametes or sperm, and what happens to the vegetative cell? It will degenerate. Vegetative nucleus will degenerate. Then this pollen tube will grow towards the embryo sac, and the male gametes will be reaching the tip of the pollen tube. When it reaches near the that is egg cell, embryo sac, the tip of the pollen grains will burst open. It will burst. The tip of the pollen tube will burst and releases the pollen, that is male gametes, into the embryo sac. So listen. It reaches the embryo sac. The pollen tube grows and reaches the embryo sac and releases the male gametes into the embryo sac. So till now, once again listen. When the pollen reaches the suitable stigma, it start to germinate. The pollen grains start to germinate by means of pollen tube. Pollen start to germinate by means of pollen tube, which is carrying the two male gametes. The vegetative cell, it will divide to form two male gametes or sperm, and it will be carried by the pollen tube towards the embryo sac. After reaching the embryo sac, what happens to the tip of the pollen tube will be burst out and releases the male gametes into the embryo sac. Then what happens to the gametes? Okay, let us see. First, one of the male gamete will fuses with the egg and forms the zygote. That process is known as syngamy. Next one more male gamete is there, isn't it? So it fuses with the secondary nucleus. And forms the primary endosperm nucleus. It is triploid in nature. Okay, triploid in nature, and so it is known as triple fusion. Okay, understood? Once again, listen. After reaching the gametes, after reaching the pollen grains, one of the male gametes fuses with the egg and forms the zygote, and forms the male gamete plus egg forms the zygote, and this process is known as syngamy. The next one, other male gamete. One male gamete is present in two male gametes. One is fusing with the egg. Other male gamete, what is happening? It will fuse with secondary nucleus, which is diploid in nature. Secondary nucleus to form primary endosperm nucleus. It forms the primary endosperm nucleus. And this process is known as triple fusion. So, have you understood? Once again, listen. The two male gametes which is present in the pollen tube, one of it bursts open when it comes contact with the embryo sac, and one of the male gamete fuses with the egg to form zygote, and that process is known as syngamy. The other gamete fuses with secondary nucleus to form primary endosperm nucleus. That process is known as triple fusion. So, since there is two fusion takes place in this plant, it is said to be double fertilization. Okay, these two processes happening inside the embryo sac. So it is known as double fertilization. Okay, the zygote, primary endosperm nucleus, what is the function? It gives nourishment to the developing embryo. That is, developing embryo which is formed by the zygote, which is formed inside the embryo sac, which is will be nourished by means of primary endosperm nucleus. So this is about the fertilization. Okay, this is about fertilization. Then next one, what are the changes that is taking place in fertilization? After fertilization, what are the changes that is taking place in the ovule? First, the ovule will be converted into seed. Okay, ovule is converted into seed. Ovary becomes the fruit, integument will be forming the seed pod. So these are the different changes, post-fertilization changes. That is after fertilization, what are the changes that is taking place in the ovule? Ovule changes into seed. Ovule produces the seed. Ovule change into seed. Ovary will form the fruit, and integument will form the seed pod. So these are the changes that is taking place for the ovule after fertilization. Next one, what are the significance of fertilization? What are the importance of fertilization? So what are the importance of fertilization? It is the prerequisite for the formation of fruits in the plants. Okay, it is the prerequisite for the formation of fruits and seeds inside the plant. So after fertilization only, the plant will be able to produce the seeds, which is the that is the mother cell for the next generation of this plant. Okay, these are the two importance of fertilization. So we have completed the reproduction in plants. Okay, so once again listen. So we have studied about the male gametophyte, structure of male gametophyte, that is pollen grains, and structure of female gametophyte, gynecium. What are the three parts we have studied today? Ovary, style, and stigma. These are the three main parts of the gynecium, and ovary consists of ovule. Then we have studied about the structure of ovule. Structure of ovule, once again, the stalk of the ovule is said to be funicle. It consists of main, it is covered by two protective covering called integument. The main part of the ovule is the nucellus, in which the embryo sac is embedded. It consists of the integument leaves a small opening known as micropyle. The upper portion of the ovule, that is where the integument, nucellus, and funicle meet, is known as stelasa. That's about the structure of ovule. When coming to the structure of embryo sac, it is a 7-celled 8-nucleated structure. It consists of three. There is antipodal at the chelazal edge, two polar nuclei at the center, and three cells. That is, one is said to be the and the other two are the synergids. These are about the embryo sac structure. Next, we have studied about pollination. What is pollination? The transfer of pollen grains from anther to the stigma is known as pollination. There are two types of pollination we have studied: self-pollination and cross-pollination. Then agents of pollination. What are the agents of pollination? That is takes place by means of wind, anemophily, hydrophily by water, and by insects it is said to be endomophily, and by animals it is said to be zoophily. So these are the agents of pollination. Next, we have studied about the process of fertilization, how the fertilization takes place. When there is pollens after reaching the stigma, suitable stigma, it will start to germinate through by means of pollen tube. The pollen tube will carry the two male gametes, that is sperm. Then after reaching the embryo sac, the pollen tube, tip of the pollen tube will burst, and the nucleus will be, the male gametes will be passed on to the embryo sac. Here the male gametes, one of the two male gametes are there. One of the male gametes, it fuses with the egg and forms the zygote. The other one fuses with the secondary nucleus and forms the primary endosperm. So there are two fusion takes place. It is said to be double fertilization. So these are all about the process of fertilization. So today's portion has been completed. So those all are having your books with you. Study the process of fertilization. Okay, process of fertilization. Point wise it is given in your book. So just complete that question. Okay, what are the events that are happening during the process of fertilization? Thank you.